Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red this Tuesday morning, this sunny Tuesday morning, and it's going to be a scorcher today, and I think it might even warm up. So there we are, Matthew chapter 20, and we're on verse 13 today. Now, up to now, we've been hearing about the perspectives as it relates to what the workers felt along the journey. But in verse 13, we get the response from the landowner. Now, he hasn't said much up to now, but now he's got something to say. And in verse 13, we read these words, "But he answered, and he said to one of them, 'Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius?'" So he said to one of them, he said, "Friend, I am doing you no wrong." Well, was that statement true? It was true. He'd agreed with them, those who he hired first, to pay 1 day's pay for their labour. Had he given them what they had contracted? Yes. So therefore, the reality is he was doing him no wrong. Now, when he calls him friend, he doesn't really mean he's feeling particularly friendly, but he's addressing him in that sense of courtesy but firmness. And he's speaking to him in a particular way that he wants this guy, this friend, to understand that he's wound him up. He's irritated by the fact that he can't see that he's doing him no wrong. In fact, he's being very fair because that was the agreement. The problem was the worker was feeling like he'd had an injustice done to him because he didn't get more than he was promised. And so often people want more than they are promised. And the reality of that is that they feel jealous towards those who get some when they want more. But also this sense of how he addresses them is an indication that there's a point when God, who is represented by the landowner, has had enough. And there are a number of times in Scripture where we see the reality of that revelation. You know, when God gave them over to the desires of their heart, when everyone did what was right in their own eyes. That kind of sense when God said there's nothing good on earth, and so he sent the flood. There is a point when God steps in and he says, "Friend," in effect, that's enough. It's not right that you keep on considering me in the way that you're considering me. And we need to be mindful and careful in our mannerisms and our ways as it relates to seeing and perceiving God. God is a humble, gracious, just, loving, compassionate God. But there are times when God has to address the issues in our lives because we are just not listening. And so he calls him, "Friend, I am doing you no wrong." And it ain't often when you see God justify himself. But in that story, that's what we see. God saying, "Friend, I've did you no wrong." Have a great day. Be blessed. Enjoy the sunshine. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you later.